Hey everybody, thanks for listening to On the Podcast. This is a short format episode podcast that you can listen to while you're doing your business on the pot. Or maybe it's Halloween and you're waiting for trick-or-treaters to come to your house.
That'd be the case.
Are they coming? Are they not coming? You don't know. You have your candy, you're excited. You wait. And before you turn on a wildly inappropriate scary movie that will scare children from coming to your house.
Gotta pause every time they show up.
Turn on an episode of On the Podcast and learn a little bit. And watch Lynn listen to some save content.
Yeah, sort of.
Sort of, mostly. I'm Katie.
And I'm Liz. Hey, Katie.
Hey, Liz.
What are we talking about today?
Liz, we all know about the witch trials of the olden days, medieval times. But did you know that there were also trials about werewolves? Yeah. So last week we talked about vampires. This week we're talking about a specific werewolf.
Okay.
And this this is actually a real person. His name was Peter Stumpp. And he was born...
Wait, have you seen that meme where it's like two people and they're like, a full moon. This is when werewolves come out. And then it's like the next image is like, oh, a werewolf howling at the moon. I'm gay.
No, I haven't seen that. Fun fact, sort of fun fact. This werewolf story does not have to do with
sexuality.
With full moons. More of the devil in this one.
Fun.
So Peter Stumpp was born in either Eprath or Bedburg, Germany in 1530.
Okay.
So somewhere in there's differentiating documents on this whole thing.
Yeah. In the time of Beowulf. Actually, probably after Beowulf. When was Beowulf written?
I have zero idea. I did not pay attention.
Basically a long time ago. Shakespeare.
So the werewolf trials happened between the 15th and 17th centuries in Europe, and Peter Stumpp was the preeminent werewolf documentation of this time. So like I said, kind of differentiating sources on this. So nothing from that time was ever like confirmed, right? But the most comprehensive source was a 16-page pamphlet published in London in 1590 all about Peter.
Okay.
So started out as a normal life, and then around the age of 12, he started to get into some black magic and claimed that he had a face-to-face encounter with Satan. And in that face-to-face encounter, the devil allowed him to transform into the, quote, likeness of a greedy devouring wolf, strong and mighty, with eyes great and large, which in the night sparkled like a fire, a mouth great and wide, with mostly sharp and cruel teeth, a huge body, and mighty paws. So, not the moonlight that's transforming him, but it was a belt with like a wolf's skin over the top of it that would transform him into this wolf.
Honestly, sounds like a cool belt.
Also, weird little tidbit. They don't really know if his last name was actually Stumpp.
Yeah.
His left arm was cut off at some point.
Yeah.
So he had
I feel like in the 1500s in Germany, it doesn't make sense.
There were a bunch of different aliases that he went by, but that's not important. So after 12 years old, black magic, he became like a wealthy farmer. He had a wife and he had 2 adolescent children and was pretty well regarded in the community. A lot of people knew him. However, for 25 years, he had allegedly been a, quote, insatiable bloodsucker who gorged on the flesh of goats, lambs, and sheep, but was also said to have horribly killed 2 men, 13 children, 3 women, 2 of which were pregnant, and even his son, and ultimately ate his son's brain.
Yeah, so he was just like a sociopath.
Yeah. So, however, in the 1500s,
Holy shit.
when all of these deaths were happening, nobody's going serial killer. They're going werewolf.
Yeah, I mean, look, times were dark back then. I feel like murders were more prevalent. Serial killing, probably higher likelihood. They just didn't call it serial killing.
Yeah.
They called it like justice or some shit. Yeah, I mean, I feel like people should know about this more.
Yeah. So there were accounts of him allegedly like stalking children in fields, running up to them, causing them to scatter.
Jeez.
But he would then focus his attack on one of them and like overpower this child while the others like scattered.
What a scary ass weirdo.
The people of this town, Bedburg, believed that, again, he was like a werewolf, and they were like afraid to go out and thought that they were going to be killed. They found a bunch of severed arms and legs scattered in nearby fields. And after a series of murders and livestock deaths, this is the alleged story of how they caught him. Some farmers were chasing the werewolf. Stumpp took off his belt and turned back into a person. And they were like, "It's you. You're the werewolf. You're the one that's been killing everyone." So then, on October 31st,
Halloween.
1589, he was tied to a
400,
wheel.
well, it's not right.
He was tied to a wheel where he had red hot burning pincers placed on 10 parts of his body, which pulled off of his flesh. After that, his arms and legs were broken with a wooden axe, and finally, his head was cut off with a sword and impaled in the town square as a warning to other werewolves.
I guess my question is, like, if you're just gonna behead the guy, what's the point in all the, like, other bullshit before then?
Because he killed a bunch of people. And
I mean, I get it, but, like, you're just gonna kill the guy. Why? Do you
make
really
a
need
scene
to...
of it. You got him. It's the 1500s. What else do you
Yeah,
have
I mean, it is
going
the
on?
1500s. It is the cruel and unusual punishment, but I'm kind of like, isn't that a little bit pointless? I don't know.
Man, I don't know. Do what you gotta do.
Just torture the guy for eternity. That seems more reasonable.
Yeah.
Don't kill him. Just torture him forever. That's more humane.
Allegedly, he did confess to all of these crimes. But again, werewolf, serial killer. Some historians believe that he was probably just that and not actually a werewolf. Which
Oh, what?
Huh. An interesting other little side tidbit, some other historical factors point to him as a scapegoat. His crimes coincided with
is he a goat or a wolf? God damn it.
His crimes coincided with the Cologne War, which was a conflict between Protestant and Catholic functions. And he was a Protestant, and he was persecuted as like a warning to other Protestants because he had been accused of being a moral reprobate, regardless of his religious leanings. So, scapegoat, serial killer.
Who's to know?
Werewolf.
Sounds like werewolf's the answer. Weird.
So, yeah. Just thought that was a weird little story.
Yeah.
That
Interesting little origin stories over here.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
Huh.
But he wasn't the first werewolf, he was just the most
prominent.
most
Yeah,
prominent,
interesting.
most well known.
Interesting. Huh. Well, thanks, Katie.
You're welcome.
What's that inside my body?
The power to change into a wild animal.
Ooh, I don't want to do that.
And also a little bit of knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.